Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/citizenho. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hello there.
Hola!
And welcome to Citizen Ho, episode 113.
Ooh. And we are recording this, well, right after a Friday the 13th. Ooh. In October, no less.
It's spooky.
Ooh.
So is this a spooky episode?
Maybe. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Let's tell ghost stories.
Somebody died and people thought they saw him again.
So I was once in this library, and I was walking with my friend Ray.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And you saw a Class 4 full floating apparition?
Did you ever watch the new one?
I've seen most of it now.
What do you think?
I think it's okay. I think it's a little too
cheesy,
not campy. I think it's a little too jokey.
It's too Scooby-Doo-ish.
Yeah,
I feel the ghosts all look like Scooby-Doo. Well,
they do. They remind me of the same effects that they used in Scooby-Doo. Mm. Yeah, I don't want to say campy because I don't think that's quite right, but I think it is a little too jokey.
Like the first one was clearly a comedy, but it wasn't like slapsticky.
Yeah,
this one's more slapsticky.
Yes, but I think it's more in the vein of what what current comedies are like.
True. That was a smarter comedy.
Yeah, so I mean it's okay, but. Eh.
But was it better than Ghostbusters 2?
In some ways.
But they don't say Viggy anywhere in it.
Well, that's because there's no Vigo. Where the hell are you from anyway? The Upper West Side? Ah.
So what's going on, my fine feathered friend?
Oh, let's see. Trump.
I actually want to talk about this because I kind of think one of the things he's suggesting for healthcare is not a bad idea. The other half, it's stupid. But
wait, okay, which one?
He's allowing groups to come together to buy affordable healthcare together.
Yeah, but apparently the problem with that is that the insurers will then charge lower rates to healthy groups or something.
No, I say get rid of this. Okay, I said part of it is good.
Okay.
What I think is what they should do is allow what I would call like an insurance co-op, where you get like I used to do this when I worked out in Long Island. We were a very small company, so my company was part of like the Long Island Association. So through that, they were able to get affordable healthcare because we were a smaller company, and they joined this as a larger group buying healthcare together.
Okay.
So allowing people to join, like pay like a membership fee to join these co-ops to get cheaper healthcare is not a bad idea. Getting rid of the 10 pillars of Obamacare, whatever it's called, the essential health benefits. That's what it is. There's 10 of them.
Yeah, all right.
And letting people get point that I don't agree with. I also think going across state lines is stupid.
See, I don't understand why they did that in the first place. That's what
there's a couple of states that have it, and the problem is okay, I'll get a plan out of say I live in Maine, I'll get a plan out of New Hampshire where it's cheaper.
Yeah, okay.
No doctor in Maine takes the plan in New Hampshire.
Okay.
That's why the cross state lines doesn't work.
Maybe. I mean, but why wouldn't they, though?
It's probably a private insurer. It's probably not on one of the major healthcare networks. There's, 5 major networks?
Yeah, I don't know.
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
I think once they make plans available across state lines, then doctors in neighboring states could potentially start accepting those plans.
Yeah, but then
they don't right now because there's no reason to.
It's also like the way the healthcare is shopped and stuff. I don't think that. Plus, what am I going to do? Buy a plan in Kansas to get used in New York?
Well, I mean, it depends what the plan is. Because if they have to have different plans because I think they do have, like, there are big companies that have separate plans available in specific
depending where
states.
You live.
Yeah. And that's like there's a lot of stuff that Obamacare did that I don't understand, and I just know that the whole thing with the high deductibles now, it sucks. I hate that.
That I don't like. The problem with Obamacare is it helped people without insurance, but hurt people who had insurance.
Yeah.
But the fact
Actually, there's something I should have brought this up last week because I meant to. I would have liked to have brought it up weeks ago when we just never had a chance to record. But the fact that he actually did think that he actually got some stuff done with Democrats, I was actually kind of impressed by that. Just insofar as the fact that he was actually willing to reach across the aisle, basically to kind of give the shaft to his own party. Because I don't think it's any secret that he's frustrated with some of the Republicans in Congress.
Well, they've controlled both houses and they can't pass a fucking healthcare bill. They've been trying to repeal for 10 years. Whatever it is, 6 years.
Yeah, well, it seems like there's a lot that they're just not able to do. So, yeah, granted he's frustrated. But I think that almost gives me a little bit of hope for him insofar as, okay, if he's going to get frustrated with the Republicans, he'll go with whoever will get it done. And that's, to some degree, that's smart from a presidential point because...
I agree. But the thing is with healthcare is it shouldn't be a partisan issue. Obamacare was passed as a partisan issue. Don't get me wrong. It was done. However, they need to bipartisan work on it together and bring insurers and healthcare providers in the mix.
Yeah. They need to figure out how to fix it.
Repeal and replace is not the solution. There are parts of it that are wonderful. The no pre-existing condition, the 10 essential benefits.
Well, if you can do repeal and replace and keep those things, then that's fine.
And the third thing is the allow a child to stay on parents' plan until 26.
Yeah. I feel like I had a conversation with my parents about, I think it was about the pre-existing conditions, and their answer was, in New York they have to cover pre-existing conditions anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, that's great for us, but what about somebody who lives in Kansas or wherever where they don't have that?
You have to think on a global scale.
Not global, just national.
Yeah, okay. Multi-stational.
Yes, national. Or federal, if you will.
But Trump was going to have a great plan for health care. It's going to be so great for everyone. He hasn't released it.
He doesn't have any plan. There's been no Trump plan.
No, but that's what he said on the campaign trail.
I know. The plan that they labeled as Trump Care was Paul Ryan's plan.
Which was a joke.
Yeah, well, and then the Senate, and then they got to pass the House, but the Senate didn't. The Senate couldn't do anything with it.
Let's see what happens in a year from now.
Yeah, I mean, to some degree, I do think there is a little bit of a witch hunt going on from the other side to try and find some way to totally discredit Trump.
He's doing a good job of that on himself.
Well. Just acting like a jackass doesn't get you impeached.
I don't think impeachment. He hasn't done any. Okay, the only impeachable offense I think he could have be called for is obstruction of justice, if that is really what happened there.
Maybe.
However, I think you have more grounds for the 25th Amendment than you do impeachment.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know it's possible, but then basically you have to have Pence on board.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, granted, hey, he's a long-standing establishment Republican, so he could be. I guess it depends who he pisses off and how much.
The fact that he has control of the nuclear code scares me.
The fact that he's playing a game of chicken with
Kim Jong-un.
With Kim Jong-un, it scares me. And that he's threatened nuclear war multiple times. And basically said, yes, we're going to wipe you off the map.
You can't do that because if you attack North Korea, it's going to kill, first of all, South Korea. China and Japan are all going to be affected by it.
Yeah.
I read Wildfire.
Yeah, so did I. Bears.
I'm talking about MAD, but...
Huh?
I'm talking about mutually assured destruction. But.
Oh, yeah.
For those who don't know, the term mutually assured destruction is basically why there's no nuclear war going on. The fact is the second... Okay. Currently, the fact is the second somebody launches a nuclear attack, it'll be a counterattack immediately. So therefore, the world would end if anyone launches nuclear war. So
or at least a nice chunk of it.
We have a nuclear armament to not use, basically.
Yes. But Trump may want to, increase it by 10 times the size. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tillerson did call him a moron. But
no, he didn't call him a moron.
What?
Called him a fucking moron. Get it right.
Excuse
Sorry,
me.
Max.
Max is sleeping. Max is passed out over there.
I want to take a picture of that. You look
Our
so
live
cute.
podcast audience.
Hold on. You entertain them with a card trick while I take a picture of your son.
Yes, because a card trick will work wonders on an audio podcast, dumbass.
You look so cute, though.
We can add it to the podcast page, our live audience.
Yes. I wonder if we could do a Facebook Live while we recorded.
I'm sure we probably could.
We'll put it on our Instagram page.
Yeah.
Facebook.
We have an Instagram page?
Yeah. I'll upload it right now.
Sure.
So, what's the score of the Yankee game? Because Kevin turned it off.
Because my son is sleeping.
You can put it on mute. Yankees are losing 1-0.
Yeah, what else is new?
You suck, diddly yuck, Flanders. Instagram.
Otay.
Damn right, Ote.
Oh, well, I just realized that I'd forgotten to bring up Movie Insider on my phone, so I just did it now.
Slacker.
Hey, I'm prepared now. I did it ahead of time. Granted, it was while we were in the middle of recording, but damn it, I did it ahead of time. So, neener.
Okay. Apparently, our podcast is so boring it puts this kid to sleep.
No, I would just put our live podcast, our live audience for this week's episode, or next week's, or our upcoming episode.
Live audience, or this helps if I can spell audience.
For our
That's
upcoming
a location.
episode. Dumbass.
Our live audience for this week's recording.
Show.
Hashtag sleeping toddler.
Hashtag nap time.
Hashtag nap time. Hashtag feminism.
Hashtag feminism.
Let's just see what happens.
Okay, then.
That's one of the things I love about John Oliver. He just will put random hashtags in the middle of his things.
Yes, but they're related. They're at least somewhat related to whatever it is he's talking about.
That is my favorite show on TV right now. It really is.
Yeah, you might as well have put in hashtag Victoria's Secret.
I don't get it.
Again, completely random.
Watch me get lives from Gloria Steinem now.
I don't think so.
That would be awesome, though.
I don't think we'd warrant her attention.
Marissa got likes at her on her Instagram from what's her name? Patricia Heaton.
Okay.
Yeah. My wife has a food blog on Instagram. Follow it at Ristaurants. Ristaurantz. It's like restaurants, but with an I and a Z.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Why are you
Yeah,
yawning?
I already follow that. Because I'm old and whatever.
I am old and whatever.
Yes. Hashtag whatevs.
Hashtag whatevs.
So yeah, let's see the Cheeto in Chief.
Cheeto Chief. I haven't heard that one yet.
I feel like I've read that somewhere.
Orange orangutan.
Yeah. Well, all orangutans are orange, aren't they?
It's just, if there was a term as fake compassion, it would be him.
What? Faith compassion?
When he went to Puerto Rico or Las Vegas, or just,
You mean fake compassion?
yeah, I said fake compassion.
I thought you said faith compassion.
Yes,
That's why I was confused.
it's just you don't feel this since at Sandy Hook, you could see the tears in Obama's eyes. He was devastated.
Yeah, well, I think one of the things he said about it later was oh yeah, I had a good time. Great, that's not
Obama
really
said
down
that?
there. No,
Oh.
Trump said that after going to Puerto Rico.
He's probably thinking I could clean up on here with a hotel.
I have no idea what he's thinking. I give up trying to understand that mind.
Jimmy Kimmel got into a funny Twitter war with his son. I forgot it was over, but it was
Yeah, I heard that there was a Twitter war with Junior, but I didn't really look into what exactly it was.
Do you watch any of the late night shows?
Not really. I can't stay up for him
Well,
anymore.
neither do I, but YouTube.
Part of it is that I think I wake up I wake up earlier than I even need to nowadays. It's not good. I'm up at
what time does
5
he
in
get
the
up?
morning. We wake him up at 7:10.
Try making yourself go to sleep later. Will that help you get up later?
Maybe.
What time do you normally go to sleep?
I'll fall asleep at like 9:30, and then I'll wake up at like 10:30 or 11, and that's what I'll pass out earlier. Then I'll wake up, and then get ready for bed, and then go back to sleep.
I usually go to bed between 11 and 12 on most nights.
That's what I used to do. Now I think it's just because I'm just waking up so early. I've woken up at like 4:30 in the morning, and I was like, I can't go back to sleep.
Did that start when you lived here, or was that all in...
No, that started when I lived here. That's been over the past, month and a half. Mostly. Before that, sometimes I would wake up, but I would go back to sleep. Now I'm like wired.
I usually get up on a weekday. I get up around 7. I'm probably gonna get up earlier now.
Yeah, but like even this morning, I think I woke up at like 5.
I woke up at like around 8:30 this morning. The best was when my mom still woke me up. What time are you getting up? Now, apparently.
When are you getting up? Apparently now.
What would your answer have been to that question?
I don't know, because I don't know if I would have had the presence of mind to be that snarky.
Are you impressed with my answer? This really happened, folks. When I was living at home, my mom came into my room on a Saturday morning and goes, when are you waking up? And I said, now, apparently.
I don't think my mom would have ever done that anyway.
No.
That's not her style.
My mom was channeling her inner Beverly Goldberg then. I didn't really care for this week's episode that much, I think.
This week's episode was...
the coach.
Yeah. Yeah, it was okay.
That was Goldberg, the wrestler.
Yeah, I know.
Which
I think
clever.
it seemed a little contrived.
I think they're trying to build a spin-off around the coach.
I don't know, maybe. Coach Meller.
It's kind of entertaining.
A little bit.
And
I don't know. I
don't
prefer
like
the family.
I don't like the whole Erica in college thing. I don't like the way they're doing it. Though apparently Beverly Goldberg really spent the first night of college.
Yes, I thought that was made up because the Erica character is
based on Erica.
Just loosely based on the older of the three brothers.
They changed it to Erica because
they changed it from Eric to Erica because they felt they needed a girl in the family.
Which worked for the most part.
Yeah, no, it does. But yeah, apparently Beverly spent the night with Adam on his first night of college.
Mm-hmm. Adam was a nerd. Adam is a
yeah,
nerd.
And
my issue with Adam in the show is the accent just does not sound like Philadelphia.
It doesn't, but at the same time, there is a little bit of this weird aspect of the Philly accent that kind of reminds me of like the Syracuse accent, which is closer to Adam's.
Speaking of Syracuse,
oh yeah,
Syracuse, Kevin's alma mater, upset the number 2 team in the nation last night.
Yeah, who'd have thunk it?
It's like their biggest.
I know I didn't.
I text Kevin, I'm like, Cuse. He goes, huh? I'm like, check out the football score. Shit.
Yeah. Well, no, I think I just Googled Syracuse, and then I was like, oh shit.
I think that's their biggest
Clemson.
Football memory since Donovan McNabb.
Well, between that and winning the Pinstripe Bowl a few years ago.
Yeah. Did you even go?
What, to the Pinstripe Bowl? No.
Does your sister have any school spirit?
Not so. I mean, she follows basketball more because
Well,
they won the national championship her senior year.
And she worked for the NBA for a bit.
Yeah, that too. But the football team to her is like irrelevant because they were irrelevant then.
Well, McNabb was there, what, your sophomore year or junior year?
McNabb was there my freshman and sophomore year. And then starting junior year, we had Troy Nunes.
Oh, God. And it went downhill from there.
Oh, it went downhill
So
fast.
your sister was there when Mello was there then, right?
Yeah. That's when they won the national championship.
Who's no longer on the Knicks. And there was much rejoicing.
Yeah, well, that all depends. Where did he go? Oklahoma?
I think so.
I think he plays for the Oklahoma City Thunder now.
OKC. Rangers aren't doing that great right now.
No, they've been pretty pathetic this year. What do they have, like one win on the season?
Something like that. It's better when the Islanders do better than you.
Didn't the Islanders play some preseason game in Nassau Coliseum this year? I think the Islanders played a preseason game at Nassau Coliseum.
Possibly. Well, there's something weird. Like, they don't know what's going to happen with the Islanders. Barclays wants them out.
Well, I don't know if Barclays wants them out and or they want out of Barclays. I think it's pretty mutual.
Yeah, because Barclays is just not good for hockey.
It's not really a good hockey arena, and I think they realize that they're just not drawing. I think they're drawing okay crowds there, but it's not that big to begin with. And their fan base, a lot of their fan base is based on Long Island. These are people. I said this from the beginning. These are people that just don't want to schlep into Brooklyn. Yeah, they can take the train, but these aren't people who take the train. These are people who drive places.
You sound like Robert Moses talking to Walter O'Malley right now.
No, Robert Moses was more just like... No, actually, it was Walter O'Malley who said, like, they need to drive places. They need some place where they can park. I can't keep them in Ebbets Field.
I thought he wanted it because of the proximity to Atlantic Flatbush.
He did, but he wanted to have, a big parking lot or a parking garage or something there too.
Because Ebbets Field had no parking.
Had like 700 parking spaces for like 30,000 fans.
I thought it was bigger than that. Wasn't it huge, Ebbets?
No, Ebbets was small. It was crammed into a city block.
Polo Grounds?
Polo Grounds.
I know it had one of the largest outfields. Polo
Grounds had a big outfield. Well, the center field was deep, but right and left field were very shallow, because Polo Grounds was U-shaped.
Yeah, it was really a football field that they turned into baseball, right? It
was a polo field.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think center field was like 400 something feet, but the right and left field walls were like 290.
Oh, Yankees scored a run.
Hooah!
I don't know how many because it just says in play runs. I have the game going on. Again,
okay.
Kevin turned off the thing because he's a giant cock.
Child sleeping.
They could look and say mute. That way you could see and say, hey, the Yankees scored a run.
Whatever.
You're a weenie. Chad Frazier hits a ground rule double on a fly ball to left center field.
Here's the problem with that. Then, if his eyes open a little bit, he catches something going on the screen, then whoop, he's up.
It's not Elmo.
Doesn't matter. He'll watch anything.
Our other friend told me when his son was really little, he had the Met game on, and he was like facing him in the chair, and he stood at the TV, so he kind of like just flung his head back like this so he could watch the TV. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay.
When you said Met game, I figured it out.
The tall guy.
Yeah, I know. I'm well aware.
Funny stories.
The things you do when you have kids. The improvisation that comes up.
Like, I kind of want the Yankees to win, but at the same time, I kind of want them to go out quickly, because late night baseball games and starting a new job, not a good combination.
You'll manage.
Yeah. Again, but like, there's a couple things that have happened in this playoff series that I just said they're not quite ready. Like the Greg Bird base running mistake last night. There was another base running mistake in this game, but that was from a veteran. But
yeah, I was going to say, but that was Gardner.
Yeah. The game in the last series, there was a big base running mistake. A guy got picked off second.
Well, they're a young team.
Things you never thought you'd say about the Yankees.
Yes. This was the rebuilding year.
They reminded me of the 90... My friend at the synagogue said this. They're the 95 Yankees. They're not the 96 Yankees.
Yeah, could be.
But they both beat the best team in baseball.
96, 96 was like Jeter's first real full year, right?
Yeah. 95, they lost to Seattle.
Yeah, I know.
96,
I'm just trying to think of like who the main players were on that team.
Tino came and Pettit.
Tino came in 96.
Yeah, Tino, their infield was
95
Tino
was still
Martinez,
Mattingly at
Mariano
first.
Duncan, Derek Jeter, and Wade Boggs was the infield.
What, for 95?
For 96.
Oh, for 96, yes.
Behind the plate was this bum named Joe Girardi.
Yeah. 95, 96, and 95, I think it was still Mike Stanley, wasn't it?
Girardi may have been the backup then?
Possibly.
Girardi was there till 98, I know. 99 is when Posada took over. Posada was the main in 99.
Yeah. That I recall well.
The thing that I like is they're building a core group of guys, which hopefully they'll be able to keep together like they had.
Well, if they can hold on to those guys.
Judge, Hicks, Sanchez, Severino.
Yeah. And these guys all went through the minors together.
Yeah.
Too. So that's a
Bird.
good base to build off of.
Yeah. And they're dropping about $50 million in salary next year.
That'll be good.
2 players.
Sabathia and what? Oh, Ellsbury?
Nope.
A-Rod?
Yeah. They're still on the hook for A-Rod's $30 million this year.
Okay. While A-Rod plays around on TV.
Yeah. Because he never officially retired. Tanaka has an opt-out for this year, but I don't think he will with the way he pitched most of the season.
Okay.
Ellsbury, I think either Ellsbury or Gardner will be traded in the offseason, I think. Or both.
Maybe, yeah. I can see that. Just have to replace those spots.
They don't have to. You have an outfield. Judge,
Okay.
Hicks, and...
Wait, what has Ellsbury been doing all year?
Exactly. He's playing in the outfield and he's been DHing a lot.
Okay.
You have Ellsbury, Hicks, and Gardner, and they have a guy in the minors that's going to be the third outfielder. I forgot his name.
Oh, all right. They're in pretty good shape then.
Yeah. And they have this other kid in the minors, Torres, who's like the best player in baseball, but he's out right now for Tommy John.
Oh, yeah. Pitcher?
Gleiber Torres, I think his name is.
Gleiber Torres.
Frazier's the other guy in the outfield, sorry. Clint Frazier.
Oh, yeah. All right. Torres is a pitcher?
No, Torres is the second baseman shortstop.
Oh. Usually pitchers are the ones who get Tommy John.
Yeah, lately no. So what I think they should do is they move Torres to second base because Didi's doing a great shortstop,
Yeah.
and then move Castro to third.
Maybe. They need to find pitching. They got to improve the starting rotation.
There's 1 or 2 guys up after this season. I forgot who.
So we have to assume Tanaka's going to be around next year. You've got Severino.
Tanaka, Severino, CC. Who's the fourth?
Well, isn't Sabathia's contract
Gray.
up this year?
Sabathia's up this year.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think who the fourth pitcher was. Gray, Sonny Gray. He's back.
Yeah. Oh, but I'm thinking about next year.
Montgomery.
Okay.
You haven't watched much Yankees this year, have you?
No, I haven't.
Bow your head in shame.
Yeah.
And
With a little kid, it's kind of hard to sit and watch a ball game.
apparently you've never heard of chloroform.
Yeah. Apparently you haven't heard of ACS.
What? Oh.
Administration of
CPS?
Children's Services.
Isn't it Child Protective Services?
No, it's the AC. I'm pretty sure it's ACS, the Administration for Child Services.
Apparently you've never heard of the ASPCA. I don't know. Yeah, that car thing is over there. It's kind of phallic looking.
Yeah. It was something we got for my nephew for his second birthday, I think. And both him and my niece have thoroughly outgrown it, so they donated it to us.
That's the circle of life.
Uh-huh. Max does like riding around on it occasionally.
That's cool. And you know how Max can get more toys?
How can Max get more toys?
By paying the bills.
Paying the bills by going to www.audibletrial.com/citizenho, where you can get a free 30-day trial account. And there are thousands upon thousands. Oh, wait. Free 30-day trial account and a free audiobook download. There are thousands upon thousands of titles to choose from, such as...
Dun dun dun. Origin by Dan Brown. Narrated by Paul Michael. Series, Robert Langdon. It's the latest Dan Brown book about Robert Langdon. I haven't read it yet.
I was going to ask if you had started it, because I know you got it.
Did you buy it yet?
No.
I downloaded it. I'm going to start reading it this week. Because usually I'm a very quick read.
Yeah, Dan Brown books, those will go pretty quickly.
Where do we come from? Where are we going? The stunningly inventive new novel from the world's most popular thriller writer. So basically, there's going to be someone die in the first prologue. Then there's going to be a wild goose chase throughout the whole story that's going to take you to the end, and then a person you trusted throughout the whole story betrays you.
Who'd have thunk it? Unless, he veered off of his typical plot line, but I don't think so.
No.
I wonder if there are any reviews for it out yet.
They're fun reads, but it's just he's just very predictive.
Yes. No, that's exactly why I will still get it, because it's an enjoyable read.
Did you watch Inferno's on Stars now, by the way, the movie?
Oh, is it?
Do we have Wake Up?
Yes, we do. I will take care of that. You can entertain people with a
avocado. So yeah, Dan Brown books are. We have the Robert Langdon series. I actually like Digital Fortress and Deception. Take the baby, you dumbass. Kevin left the room and left the baby here. Hashtag learn to parent.
I was gonna get mommy so mommy could take him, but I just take him to mommy.
Yeah, bye.
Who'd have thunk it?
Oh, we have liftoff, folks. Dun dun dun. But yeah, I like out of the Robert Langdon books. I actually liked Angels and Demons the best because I read that one the first, where Kevin liked the Da Vinci Code better. I don't know. I thought all the ambiograms and the plot was a little bit better. Da Vinci Code I liked, but I don't. Maybe if I read that first, but I started reading the Angels and Demons when Da Vinci Code was in like its heyday, and my phone just vibrated. Let's see why. Nothing. There's no reason why it vibrated. I got a new phone, the Galaxy S8. I like it. Ooh. And
Scott's talking about his new geeky toy.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Yep, that's.
Yeah. And
just getting myself back into the conversation.
Did he fall? Did he go back to sleep?
No, he cried when I put him down on the bed because he was just being fussy. He'll manage.
Runt.
Yeah, that's what he does.
He runts. And Severino's out of the
as
game.
I hear him whining. Severino's out. Did Houston score more runs?
No, bottom. Maybe his pitch count was high.
What inning are they in?
The fifth.
Eh.
They don't let pitchers last long at all.
5 innings is a short outing to me.
He went 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 1 home run.
Oh, so he hasn't even gotten an out yet. And they pulled him.
No, Severino pitched 100 pitches.
Oh, he had 100 pitches in the 5th inning?
Yeah.
Oy.
That's probably why they pulled him.
You think?
No, he pitched 62 pitches. Why did they pull him then?
Unless he got
It says
hurt.
pitches, strikes. He's 62 pitches, 40 were strikes.
Oh.
Which is actually a pretty good ratio.
Unless he got injured.
Hopefully not.
We'll see.
Oh, good old baseball.
Gee, if only there was a way to look these things up.
To the interwebs.
That's what I'm doing.
It's game 2 of the ALCS, by the way. Yankees are trailing the Houston Astros 1-0 in the series. What is that on the table, the tablet?
This?
Is that an Android tablet? Or?
Yeah. It's a tablet my father donated to me.
Do you use it a lot?
Yeah. Periodically. Actually, sometimes if I wake up really early, I'll turn on the tablet and I'll read off of the Kindle app on there.
Does your Dell still work or no?
Kind of. It's a little finicky.
Well, here's what we can talk about. So, I had to turn in my laptop for work because I'm getting a job. If I don't get a new laptop, I think I'm going to buy a Surface.
Oh, yeah. You've mentioned this.
So, but I was looking at, I want your opinion on this, so we'll do it on the air.
Sure.
Okay, there's the Surface Pro 4 and the Surface Pro. Okay? They're both Core i5s. One is a 5th generation, one is a 7th generation. 4 gigs of RAM, 128 gig SSD card. Same monitor. The Pro 4 has a 9-hour battery. The Pro has a 13.5-hour battery. The Pro 4 is $799 and includes the keyboard. The Pro is $999 plus I have to pay for a keyboard.
Well.
For those specs, I think it's a no-brainer to go for the older model.
Yeah, I guess. Well, it's weird because the older model has the longer battery.
No. Sorry, the Pro is the newer model. The Pro 4 is the older model.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it? All right.
So I think if I have to buy it, I'm going to do the $799 option.
Yeah.
For what I need it for?
Probably.
And I want something light.
Otherwise, everything's pretty comparable. So.
Yeah. I want something light because my old laptop weighed like 40 pounds.
Yeah. Lighter is good to have.
I mean, I have the Chromebook, but I just use it in the basement to use my Chromecast, and like if I want to do something downstairs, I just keep it in the basement.
Yeah. I use the Android tablet for. I found an app that lets me browse files on my network. So I used it to bring up a recipe that I have scanned into my computer, into my desktop. So I brought up the PDF file on there.
I would just save stuff like that on my Dropbox.
Yeah. I have it on the network. Why put it on the Dropbox too?
I don't save anything on my computer. Everything's on the Dropbox. Easy way to back things up. So movies?
Yeah, movies. Why not? Do.
Going to
As the child
double play
screams back there.
Out of the inning.
Alrighty. So we start off this week with Six Below, Miracle on the Mountain, starring Josh Hartnett, Mira Sorvino, and Sarah Dumont. When a snowstorm strands former professional hockey player Eric Lamarck, Josh Hartnett, atop a mountain for 8 days, he is forced to face his past and come to terms with his personal demons and rediscover the power of faith within him in order to survive.
Rodden.
Yeah, true story. I gotta go true story cred.
Okay, I still go Rodden.
If it wasn't a true story, I would go rotten.
Wait to do the next one. Happy Death Day. Jessica Roth,
Whatever.
Israel Broussard, and Ruby Modine. In this mystery thriller, Teresa, a.k.a. Tree, is the queen bee of her sorority, controlling those around her without ever getting too close. Things seem right on track until she's suddenly murdered. Somehow Tree wakes up the next morning only to find out that it's not the next morning, it's the day she was murdered. Again, forced to relive the same day over and over again until she figures out who is trying to kill her and why. Tree has far more suspects and allies in this game of cat and mouse. Hopefully she figures out the key before she runs out of lives. So they combine Scream and Groundhog Day?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that can't be good. Rodden.
See, I don't know. I feel like we get burned on horror films a lot. I'm going to go fresh on that.
Okay.
Why not? So next we have Marshall, starring Chadwick Boseman, Josh Gad, and Kate Hudson.
Ooh, Josh Gad.
Starring Chadwick Boseman, Josh Gad, Kate Hudson, Dan Stevens, Sterling K. Brown, and James Cromwell. Director Reginald Hudlin's Marshall is based on an early trial in the career of Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall. It follows the young lawyer, Chadwick Boseman, to conservative Connecticut to defend a black chauffeur, Sterling K. Brown, charged with sexual assault and attempted murder of his white socialite employer, Kate Hudson. Muzzled by a segregationist court, Marshall partners with a courageous young Jewish lawyer, Samuel Friedman, Josh Gad. Together they mount the defense in an environment of racism and anti-Semitism. The high-profile case and the partnership with Friedman served as a template for Marshall's creation of the NAACP Legal Defense Fund.
Do you find it racist they had Thurgood Marshall played by a black guy and Samuel Friedman played by a Jewish guy? Okay, I'm going fresh.
I'm going fresh on that too. That made no sense what you just said.
We have to have hashtag Kevin's looks at Scott sometime on Instagram.
All right.
The Foreigner. Hold on, my foot's stuck. Don't ask.
I don't want to know.
The Foreigner. Jackie Chan, Pierce Brosnan, Katie Lung.
Anyway.
A restaurant owner in London's Chinatown is forced to push his moral and physical boundaries to track down the group of rogue Irish terrorists responsible for the death of his beloved daughter after the justice system fails him.
Jackie Chan cred.
Fresh.
Yeah, sure. Okay. 78/52 or 78/52. I don't know what that ratio is supposed to mean. Hitchcock's shower scene. Director Alexander O. Philippe pulls back the curtain on the making and influence of Alfred Hitchcock's psycho-cinematic game changer, breaking it down frame by frame and unpacking Hitchcock's dense web of illusions and double meanings.
I'm guessing the thing has to do something with like frame speed.
Probably.
Documentary cred.
Yeah, but film is always 24 frames per second, so I don't know. But yeah, I'll go documentary cred on that.
American Satan.
Satan.
John Bradley, Malcolm McDowell, Boo Stewart.
What? Boo? Okay, sure.
Tells the story of a young rock band, half from England, half from the US, who moved to the Sunset Strip to chase their music dreams. Living in their van, their passion and talent exceeds their means to survive when an enigmatic stranger, Malcolm McDowell, preys on the emotional turmoil of lead singer Johnny Faust, Andy Biersack. That's a great last name, Biersack.
Just sounds like a euphemism for potbelly.
Biersack. I'm changing my last name. who has just learned of his mother's, Denise Richards' grave illness. How old is Denise Richards?
I don't know.
Grave illness. Manipulating this time of weakness for the band, he offers them a deal that will set them on a path of fame, fortune, and ultimately dark destruction. Caught in the middle of a pact with the devil himself, their music and controversial altercations end up influencing society beyond anything the century has seen. I liked it the first time when it was a country song called The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Not quite.
I'm going Rodden.
Actually, this reminds me a little bit of some of those, I think, Oh God, You Devil.
Yeah. What are you doing?
One of those. I think it's like the second one. What did you do on that?
I went Rodden.
Yeah, I think I got to go Rotten on that, too.
All
right, next we have Blood Money, starring John Cusack, Elar Coltrane, and Willa Fitzgerald. Three friends on a wilderness excursion must outrun a white-collar criminal hell-bent on retrieving his cash, but soon their greed turns them against each other.
I'm going fresh. John Cusack cred.
Okay, I'll go fresh on that, although I don't feel like John Cusack gets much credit for most of his films.
Hey, Hot Tub Time Machine deserves preservation in the Library of Congress.
Stop sucking up to Healed.
Breathe. Andrew Garfield, Claire Foy?
Foy?
I was basing off Patrick Waugh.
No, that's R-O-Y.
Yeah, but so Foy.
No, foie is like foie gras is F-O-I-E.
Oh, yeah. Hugh Bonneville. Robin Cavendish, a man who paralyzed from the neck down by polio, and his wife traveled the world together campaigning for people with disabilities. Considering my father had childhood polio, I feel I have to go fresh on this.
Yeah, I'm going to go fresh on this, too.
And I'm going fresh on the next one, too.
Goodbye, Christopher Robin, starring Domhnall Gleeson, Margot Robbie, and
Dommel.
Kelly MacDonald. What'd you say?
It's Dommel.
Dommel?
Dommel.
So the N is silent?
Yes.
Okay. The Untitled A.A. Milne Project gives a rare glimpse into the relationship between beloved children's author A.A. Milne, Domhnall Gleeson, and his son, Christopher Robin, whose toys inspired the magical world of Winnie the Pooh. Along with his mother, Daphne, Margot Robbie, and his nanny, Olive, Kelly MacDonald, Christopher Robin and his family are swept up in the international success of the books, the enchanting tales bringing hope and comfort to England after the First World War. But with the eyes of the world on Christopher Robin, what will the cost be to the family? Dun, dun, dun. I will go fresh on that.
Human Flow. Holy shit, this is a long one. Huh? I just got a note on my phone. It seems you go to bed at 12:26 a.m. Do you want to make a to-do list before going to bed?
The hell?
Back to movies.
Anyway.
Human Flow. Big Brother is watching. Over 65 million people around the world have been forced from their homes to escape famine, climate change, and war in the greatest human displacement since World War II. Human Flow, an epic film journey led by the internationally renowned artist Al Weiwei, gives a powerful visual expression to this massive human migration. This documentary elucidates both the staggering scale of the refugee crisis and its profoundly personal human impact. Captured over the course of an eventful year in 23 countries, this film follows a chain of urgent human stories that stretches across the globe in countries including Afghanistan, Bangladesh, France, Greece, Germany, Iraq, Israel, Italy, Kenya, Mexico, and Turkey. Human Flow is a witness to its subjects and their desperate search for safety, shelter, and justice. From teeming refugee camps, to perilous ocean crossings, to barbed wire borders. From dislocation and disillusionment, to courage, endurance, and adaptation. From the haunting... No, adaptation.
Adaptation.
It's adaptation.
Adaptation.
It's pronounced adaptation. From the haunting lure of... What?
How? That
I don't
makes
know.
No sense.
But that's what I've always heard. Adaptation.
Where did you hear this?
English class. From the haunting lure of lives left behind to the unknown potential of the future. Human Flow comes at a crucial time when tolerance, compassion, and trust are needed more than ever. Trump. This visceral work of cinema is a testament to the unassailable human spirit and poses one of the questions that will define the century. Will our global society emerge from fear, isolation, and self-interest and choose a path of openness, freedom, and respect for humanity? Fresh. All right. Go, bitch.
Oh, all right. Okay, next we have Overdrive, starring Scott Eastwood, Freddie Thorpe, and Ana de Armas. Legendary car thieves Andrew, Scott Eastwood, and Garrett, Freddie Thorpe, are caught in the act of stealing from notorious crime boss Giacomo Morier. In order to win back their Giacomo, whatever. In order to win back their freedom, they're put to the ultimate test, the theft of a priceless car from Murier's sworn enemy. While putting together a crew to pull off the daring heist, they're joined by two beautiful women, Ana de Armas and Gaia Weiss, who are more dangerous than they look. The team has 1 week to put the plan in motion, steal the car, and make their escape or lose everything, including their lives. I already saw this. It was called Gone in 60 Seconds.
And it wasn't that good.
Yeah, I'm going to go rotten on that one.
Professor Marston and the Wonder Women. Luke Evans, Rebecca Hall, Bella Heathcote. In a superhero origin tale, unlike any other, the film is the incredible true story of what inspired Harvard psychologist Dr. William Moulton Marston to create the iconic Wonder Woman character in the 1940s. While Marston's feminist superhero was criticized by censors for her sexual perversity, he was keeping a secret that could have destroyed him. Marston's muses for the Wonder Woman character were his wife Elizabeth Marston and their lover Olive Byrne, two empowered women who defied convention. Working with Marston on human behavior research while building a hidden life with him that rivaled the greatest of superhero disguises. Yeah, they were polygamists. I'm going fresh on this.
Yeah, I'll go fresh on that one. Apparently, we like polygamy.
Woohoo! Hey, bro.
Uh-huh.
How many fucking movies are there this week?
Starring Koryanka Kilcher, Graham Greene, and Gil Birmingham.
Not Gil Birmingham.
Set primarily in the early 20th century and tells the story of Mary Frances Thompson, a young Chickasaw woman born in Indian Territory, now Oklahoma, better known as Teata, which means bearer of the morning. Biography, true story cred.
Nope. The Babysitter. Judah Lewis, Samara Weaving, Bella Thorne. Oh, she's hot. The Babysitter follows a lonely 12-year-old boy who falls in love with his hot babysitter, only to discover that she's part of a satanic cult that wants to kill him.
What the fuck?
This can't be good. I don't care if it has Netflix cred.
No, that's rotten. All right, next. The Meyerowitz stories, new and selected, starring Adam Sandler, Ben Stiller, and Dustin Hoffman. The emotional and comic intergenerational tale of adult siblings Adam Sandler, Ben Stiller, and Elizabeth Marvel, contending with the long shadow of their strong-willed father, Dustin Hoffman, has cast over their lives.
Fresh.
All right, I'll go fresh on that.
Tom of Finland. A trailblazing figure in post-World War II erotic art.
Okay,
Tuukko Laaksonen? Sure. Drew thousands of fantasy-filled homoerotic images of intensely masculine and muscular men, often liberated from the moral codes of their times. Quickly spreading throughout the world, these images went on to play a significant role in the transnational gay liberation movement that continues to make strides today, also becoming iconic symbols for generations of LGBT people worldwide. I'm going fresh so we don't appear homophobic.
I'm going fresh because I think that may actually be
That's
good.
true.
All right. Next, Una, starring Rooney Mara, Ben Mendelsohn, and Riz Ahmed.
It's Mara.
Rooney Mara, whatever.
Wellington Mara. It's her grandfather.
Yeah. A young woman, Rooney Mara, decides to pay a visit to the older man, Ben Mendelsohn, with whom she had a sexual relationship when she was only 13 years old. That's just freaky.
Rodden.
I'm going to go fresh on this.
Samurai Jack. Follows a young samurai after he's sent to the future by the evil wizard Aku. Determined to undo his destruction, Jack sets off on a daring journey to return to the past and defeat Aku once and for all. Gathering allies and combating other villains along the way, Jack battles to accomplish his mission and restore the peace of the past.
Why did you pause every time after you said the name Jack?
I don't know why.
Jack battles to accomplish.
Dramatic pause.
Poor. Go to Flickster. Let's go. Slacker.
What are we doing on that one? I'm going Rotten.
Yeah, I'm going to go rotten on that too.
Opening this week. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Fuck me and my name.
No, I will not fuck you.
My God.
Ever.
Okay.
We may have slept together, but I'm not fucking you.
We were never supposed to speak about that again. The Foreigner, Rodden. Oh, we got that wrong. Happy Death Day, fresh. Circle gets the square. Marshall, fresh. Goodbye, Christopher Robin, fresh. Only 63% though. The Meyerowitz stories, 92% fresh.
Wow.
Professor Marston, 88% fresh. Breathe, Rodden. We went fresh on that one. Hitchcock, fresh. Tom of Finland, fresh. American Satan, 90% fresh.
Okay, then.
What do I have to look up? Blood Money. Not Blood Monet. Rodden. Human flow. Just a little of that human flow. Fresh, 91%. Overdrive. %, rotted. Teata. When I started typing Teata, 10 things I hate about you came up. Fresh. The Babysitter. %. No, that's the wrong one. That's Alicia Silverstone.
Okay, then. Isn't that The Crush?
Oh. 60%. Barely fresh. Una. Fresh. 6. Again, you beat me, you cockknocker. No reviews.
Oh, darn.
All right. So, I think that's the end of the episode.
I
Tweet
think
us.
so.
What?
I said, I think so.
Tweet us at CitizenHoPod. Facebook.com/CitizenHo. Find a picture of a sleeping baby at CitizenHoPod on Instagram.
Sure.
iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music. Like us, review us, email us at dumbass@citizenho.com. Listen, get your friends, your mothers, your nephews, cousins, former roommates, whatever you need to do.
Friends, enemies, frenemies,
Romans,
countrymen.
expired civilizations,
Sure.
aliens.
Right.
If you like the show, have your friends do it. If you don't like the show, have your enemies listen.
Don't blame me. I voted for Kodos.
Exactly. And for Citizen Now, I'm Scott.
I'm Kevin.
Be excellent to each other.
Bye-bye.
Station!